Today is a very different day. It's not something too special, but it's also not something that I can just let it pass by in this long journey. For the past few days and the past entire year, I have always imagined this day, that how, when this day would come, how I would be, how much change I would be, or how of a different person will I be. And today comes that day. So for that same day, I have written something, a little something. No, it is not ChatGPT. It is something that I have written of thoughts that I am able to express right now, and things that have come to my mind at this point. Because this past few days have been leading up to this point have been something that have led me to write this. So, and it's been a long time since I've written something of this depth, because I've always been this rushing and thinking, and there's no time to just sit down and incorporate everything that I have experienced, that I've gained, or that I've seen through the past year. And now whatever I have been able to gather as of now is what I have written. So today marks my first day in corporate, first day as a fully functional adult out in this weirdly complex world. I wonder how I did it. As a teenager, I was fascinated by the 20-year-olds around me, the way they talked, the way they handled themselves. It always seemed like they had figured it out. That was what I thought growing up meant: being able to take decisions, freedom, and the ability to express your thoughts without judgment, and also money, your own money. I thought that was the end. It was only after I started my job did I realize it's just the starting. Over the past year, I have grown. I have discovered that the world is not as simple as they make it to be. Life doesn't become simple after you pass 10th, after you pass 12th, and it's all just starting. I started as a curious yet somehow scared person. I used to think every conversation multiple times in my brain. I started with this belief that as long as I put my mind to it, I can do it. However, I was wrong. There were times when I overestimated myself, the points where I got stuck with a problem and questioned my entire being. The imposter syndrome hits hard. My company is great, the people are amazing, the work is different and unique. However, in this entire picture, somehow something always felt missing. It's like I was always busy chasing the next thing. What after this? What after that? However, I have learned a lot. Number 1, don't be hesitant to ask questions. Don't let that tiny voice inside your head fool you into thinking you ought to know everything. Number 2, smile more often. Even when you are tired or see a person who you inherently don't like, still smile. Appreciate the weekends. It's up to you whether you want to explore the city, sleep in, or do your hobbies. Spend every second of that weekend wisely. Engage in small talk. Number 4, engage in small talk, or as we call it here, the panchat. I had labeled myself as an introvert. The more I told my brain that, the more it accepted that, and that was how it was supposed to behave. Not speak in the meetings, not engage in small talk, not raise your hand when it comes to doing informal stuff outside of your main job. However, it was late by the time I realized that just do your job and go home. It's not that simple. Number 5, move enough. Every 30 minutes, get up from your desk and just go to fill your water bottle, or to the washroom, or take a call. Just move. Number 6, make mistakes and don't be scared to take ownership of them. Moreover, learn from them. When I made my first mistake in sending an email, I was so scared. I was overthinking so much. I thought I will resolve it myself. However, by asking my mentor, I was able to correct it. And had I not asked how to correct it, I would have just been swallowed in my own thoughts and just been scared, and the mistake would have been there. Point number 7, give yourself some leeway. Don't panic. Itna zyada. The company won't shut down because of you. Number 8, develop the communication skills. This is so important. No matter your work is small or big, as long as you are able to get to the point and able to communicate yourself straightforwardly so that the person in front of you doesn't have to ask again, that is the skill. Do your work. Number 9, do your work sincerely. Whatever you are, at least whatever you are being allotted, do that properly. Don't think too much about why I didn't get that project or why didn't I get invitation to that meeting, why wasn't I invited. Just do at least basic minimum you can do is do your own work sincerely. Point number 10, goodbyes are easy. This was the hard truth I learned in office. I have seen people working from 15 years to 2 years in the same company and just resigning, and one day it just come to know that they have resigned. Initially people will say, we will miss you, why are you leaving, it's not gonna be the same without you. However, the moment they are gone, a new hire replaces them, and one day the goodbyes are the final ones. The laughter and talks are still the same, but only what is different are the people, and no mentions of the ones who are gone. Now, point number 11, don't be jealous of others. Not lying, but when people who started with me got better opportunities, I used to feel jealous. It was after a long time I realized jealousy is of no use. All I need to do is better myself and improve myself to be worthy of the same. And point number 12, appreciate your friendships more. This 1 year has been a period of learning and growth. I have learned to manage my finances, my needs and wants. I realized sometimes the stuff I thought I would immediately do or I would immediately buy when I started earning was just a want. It was just a spur of the moment thought. Gradually, I learned where to spend my money and what is the right time to spend it. I also learned to appreciate my parents more. Now I realized how Papa would handle the office 6 days a week and why he would silently watch the TV news at night. It was because you have so many things to think about, and that noise was probably the only way to silence those ravaging thoughts. And it was actually my mother who is the best time manager than me. A shitty day and I would become cranky at them while calling my parents, but still they would talk to me in the most normal tone ever. I learned to appreciate them more. A year ago, I thought I would have it all figured out. I thought I would know how exactly my life would be 5 years down the line. I would be a better version of myself. I would have it all planned out. A year later, all I can say is, at the end of the day, we all are just trying to figure it out, trying to keep it all together while the world changes around us. However, one thing I am proud of is how far I have come and how much far more to go is left to cover. I hope I have made the 15-year-old Arushi proud. Yeah, that's it. It's been a year and I appreciate this entire year. It's been a series of ups and downs for me as well as my family, and I have traveled. Something that I have done is I have traveled to one city that I've always wanted to travel to, that too with my own money. And secondly, I'm also preparing for something much better than this. And thirdly, I'm also started to go to the gym. I'm started to eat healthy, and yeah, I mean, I've also started working on my hobbies, and I've also still in touch with my college friends, and that is something I have really and I really like that I didn't lose them. And yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing experience. So this entire year was cannot be summed into this and small two pager, but living by myself in another city, in another state, dealing with the, I won't say office politics, but dealing with